All right, future CPA, important question here. Are you somebody who has no interest in ever working for a public accounting firm? Or maybe you've had a bad experience at a firm and have no interest in ever going back. Is the CPA license still a good option for you and your career? Let's discuss. All right, so the idea behind this video came to me because of one of my followers. Her name is Kayla, and she posted a comment on one of my previous videos. And Kayla, she left a bit of a long question, but I'll break it down for you. So she is a college student, has no interest in public accounting, and wants to know, is the CPA exam license worth it for somebody in her specific situation? Now, the short answer is absolutely. The CPA license can help you regardless of what career path you take in accounting. It's universally recognized as one of the most prestigious licenses in business today. And it's also one of the hardest exams that there are. So people know this regardless of the industry that you're in. So when you have CPA after your name, people know exactly what you went through, or well, I would argue they have no idea what you actually went through, but they know it's a hard exam and they know that you're motivated and they know that you stuck with it until you passed one of the most difficult exams there are. And so that means a lot, and it's going to make you pop out in the big resume piles every time you apply for a new job, regardless of whether it's in private, governmental, public, or anything outside of accounting itself. So whether it's teaching or whatnot. So having a CPA license is incredibly valuable, regardless of what accounting industry path you take. Now, for Kayla's specific situation, is the CPA exam license a requirement? No, absolutely not. So basically what's going to happen for Kayla is that she'll get out of college. She'll probably start working for a small to medium-sized business, maybe a large one, in their accounting department. And she'll start learning the basics of accounting. So whether it's AP, AR, closing the books every month, every quarter, filing reports, and so forth. And she's going to be starting at the very bottom. Now, it's going to take her a long time, and she'll probably have to bounce around to a bunch of different positions to continue to gain more experience. And it's going to take several years, and then she'll make manager and maybe senior manager and so forth. So this is a career path that the majority of accountants take. Now, what I recommend is that you at least try public accounting for a couple of years, just because that 2 years of experience is going to exponentially increase your earning power and the position that you jump into when you do jump over to private or governmental. And if you try public accounting for a couple of years and you're not able to pass a CPA exam, that's perfectly fine. And that actually happened to me. And I went into private industry, and then all of a sudden I had all this time and I passed the CPA exam. And then I actually jumped back into public accounting and then did that for a couple more years, then jumped into private industry, and I ended up making about $25,000 more per year within just 2 years of passing the CPA exam. Personally, I recommend at least putting in a couple of years in public accounting if you can. Now, if you're older and you've been out of college and you're looking for a career switch, that might not be possible for you. But passing the CPA exam is going to make up for the lack of public accounting experience. So here's the ideal career path: is to get a couple years, at least 5 if you can. I think I ended up with about 3.5. So get a few years of public accounting under your belt, get your CPA license, and then you can truly go in and do whatever you want. So it's going to take you a lot longer if you don't get your CPA license and you just start at the bottom without any public accounting experience. So you're going to have to bounce around and be very flexible and understand that you're going to have to jump to different companies if you want the big pay raises. Obviously, public plus CPA license is going to get you further the fastest. Private plus CPA license, that will definitely move you up fairly quickly. And then no CPA is going to take you the longest. So at the end of the day, it really depends on what your goal is in your career. So if you want to not be working crazy hours and not have the career flexibility, then not having a CPA is fine. But if you're somebody who wants to maybe jump around to all sorts of companies, gain all this experience, and start earning a lot of money from accounting, then you're going to need the public plus a CPA license really on your resume in order to really make the moves that you want to. So really, it's up to your specific situation. Now, before you sit for the CPA exam, make sure you understand how it's going to help your career. So don't just take it to take it. take it with an ultimate goal in mind. Because one, that's going to keep you motivated because you understand that without the CPA license, you're not going to be able to achieve a specific goal and so forth. So once you've determined that the CPA exam license is something that you need for your career, the next step is to find a method to follow in order to pass the CPA exam as quickly as possible. Based on your specific situation, you're going to be working a varying number of hours. And so what I do for all of my mentees is I teach them what's called the U.C.E.G method. So when you have your job locked down and you have an understanding of how much time you're going to have available, that's going to be the first resource that you want to optimize. So then the next step is to determine your study personality. So once you know your study personality, and there's a free quiz that I put together over at freecpaquiz.com. You can just head over there. It's a simple quiz. It'll within about a minute will help you identify how you learn best and then what CPA review course I recommend based on your study personality. Then you need to find the right CPA review course for your personality. And that's going to be the second resource that's going to be in your arsenal to help you pass the CPA exam as quickly as possible. Now, the third and final resource is going to be a CPA exam mentor. So this is somebody like myself who is able to mentor you during the entire process. So we're going to help you come up with study methods based on your study personality. We'll teach you how to use your CPA review course. We'll teach you how to optimize your time, regardless of whether you're in public, governmental, private, and so forth, so that you can have basically 3 perfects. So you're going to have the perfect study plan when you have a mentor and you optimize your time. And then you're going to have the perfect grasp of the AI CPA blueprints, which is what the CPA exam is now based on. So when you have your time optimized and your CPA review course optimized, then you're going to have the perfect grasp of what you need to know to pass the CPA exam. And then you're also ready to sit for the exam once you've achieved that. So then once you sit, then you're going to need the perfect support team at your back. And that's going to include your mentor plus your CPA review course customer support. So once you have sat for a section, you're either going to pass or you're going to fail. And if you pass, then you need to keep your ego in check. Make sure that somebody is still there to push you to keep going and so that you don't get lazy and start taking shortcuts. Because when you pass a section, you need to replicate and double down on what was working when you pass that section for the next section. And if you end up failing, which again is a very high probability if you look at the pass rates of the CPA exam, then you're also going to need a support team to keep you motivated, keep you from getting depressed, keep reminding you of those reasons that you're sitting for the CPA exam, because when you fail, most accountants don't expect to fail and it can be crushing. So again, you need a perfect support team at your back to keep you going and give you a blueprint to follow, which is what my premium course, Ultimate CPA Exam Guide, actually provides as a way to retake and recover from failure. That's what you need to achieve what's called the atomic effect. So when you have the perfect study plan with the perfect grasp of the blueprints and the perfect support team, that's when you achieve what's called the atomic effect. And in essence, you become an unstoppable force of CPA exam passing power that basically you're going to keep going until you pass because you have a plan, because you have a support team, because you have the motivation and the study methods to follow based on your study personality. So at the end of the day, that's what you need to pass the CPA exam, and I can help you get it done. So regardless of whether you're going into public, private, governmental, the U.C.E.G method will work for you, and it will work with any CPA review course that you end up using. But again, I recommend signing up for a CPA review course based on your study personality. And if you need help finding one, you can head over to cpaexamguide.com. I've got a top 10 list of all the different CPA review courses out there that I recommend that work with the U.C.E.G method and much more. So again, check out the comment section, the details of this video for links to everything that I've recommended here. And if you would like to learn more about how I can help you be your CPA exam mentor, head over to cpaexammentor.com and check it out over there. And then there's an option to apply at the very bottom if you'd like to work closer with me in my premium course, Ultimate CPA Exam Guide. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully I answered your question, Kayla. And I look forward to hearing all of your guys' comments and questions so that I can continue to make videos just like this one.